Please keep it going for Michael Magid, everybody.
Guys, one more time for Patrick and all the comedians you have seen tonight. Oh, come on. You've seen like 30 comedians. You get way more. You get way more. One more time, guys, for the entire marathon of comedy that you've seen tonight. That's good. There you go. I love it. Well, one more time. Give a round of applause for her. What's your name again? Lily. What is it? Lily, guys, one more time for Lily. You're sitting in the front. And you guys, I'm sorry I didn't get your guys' names. What are your names? Michelle? Ozzy. Okay, were you guys here the whole time, right, sitting right there? Yeah. Fuck, I'm a dick. I am such a dick. I'm just like, give it up for Lily, guys. You're like, what the fuck, dude? You literally sat here for 35 minutes before the show even started. You walked by us 4 times to go to the bathroom. You didn't even notice us. Oh God, now I'm an awful person. This is not good. It's not good. Talk about some things with you guys right here. Wearing a hat right now because I have a tiny head. Glad everyone's already laughing. That's not really even a joke. That was just literally just a physical characteristic I brought up. Yeah, it's not fun having a head the size of a Cocker Spaniel. That is a very difficult thing to have because it's very difficult to find a hat that fits. I can't even stand this hat. It's literally the only hat I can find that fits. And recently I was visiting my dad, right? And he came into the guest room when I was staying there. He wakes me up in the morning and he goes, Michael, I'm so excited because I finally found a hat that's perfect for you. Yeah. And he hands it to me, and it has Disney characters all over it. Yeah. So I'm like, Dad, is this a children's hat? And he goes, no. Oh my God, Michael, I would never insult you like that. It's for dogs. That hat was meant for a medium-sized dog, and it fit on my head. It sucks. It sucks having a tiny head because I'm starting to lose my hair, which isn't a fun thing at all, which is making getting haircuts terrible. I recently went in. Actually, literally, you can see I just got a haircut like yesterday. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I go in to get a haircut, what I do is I give them a picture of what I'd like to look like when I leave there, right? So I look at the woman and I hand it to her and I go, can you make me look like this? And she goes, absolutely not. Now the worst part about that is that I had given her an old headshot of mine. Yeah. And so I was like, sorry, you know that's a picture of me, right? And she goes, oh, yeah, no, I can tell. But you've lost all this hair since you last took this picture, so I'm not a sorceress. I can't bring the hair back. I can't do that. And the tough thing about that, guys, is that like people always say like, oh, if you start losing your hair as a guy, it's so cool. You just shave your head. Just shave your head. And I found out that I can't do that because I shaved my head in high school for JV basketball. And what I mean by that is a senior held my head down against my will and shaved my head for JV basketball. And I didn't know it at the time, but I had moles all over my head. Like these giant raised moles. Like you can literally create a design by connecting the dots on my head. It's not a good look. And I was about 120 pounds, probably about 5'3". So guys, as you can tell, I probably did not play a lot of high school basketball. I actually only got in one game, and I will tell you how this worked out for me. It's the last game of the season of JV basketball, right? And we're about like 30 points on the road against this other team. And the coach calls a timeout because he wants to clear the benches, make sure everybody plays. And he calls a timeout, he looks at the bench, like, oh, that guy's played that guy. Fuck. I forgot to put that thing in the game. Right, he like points at me, and I'm all excited that I finally get to color the game. And like I said, guys, I'm like 5'3", 120 pounds, shaved head with moles all over it, wearing these long, baggy, because that was the fashion back then, warm up. So I'm like coming up, I'm like this little creature, right? I'm like this little golem-looking creature walking up to the scorer's table, just like, oh, I'm so slow, I'm to go piano boys. Number 15, please. And I check into the game, and I come into the game. And I get on the court, and by now, guys, the stands are completely packed with people who came to see the varsity game that happens right after the JV game. So they hadn't watched any of the game. We get on the court, we go up the court, and literally, as I come on, there's a standing ovation. And people just start cheering and just clapping like crazy. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but this is kind of cool. Like, I don't know, maybe they watch me play 8th grade basketball. They're just big fans. Clearly what it is. So we get up the court and someone just yells out from the crowd, "Give it to the cancer kid!" Yeah. And literally, like, everyone on my team like looks at me, it's like, 5'3", 120 pounds, shaved head with moles. Dude, you're the cancer kid. And they hand me the ball, right? And now, here's the thing, guys. You know what's worse than like being the kid with cancer? Having to pretend that you're the kid dying of cancer. Because what am I supposed to do? Like, no, you guys got it all wrong. I'm just a really skinny, unathletic kid. Because you can't do that. By the way, the other team doesn't know me, right? Because we're not friends. So they all just assume I'm dying. So literally the entire team just does this. They look at me and they just did this. And they just all walked out of the way. They just gave me a full lane right to the basket. Because you guys have seen these Make-A-Wish situations before, right? And like they just like let it, like, the only thing that would have been more emasculating would have been if like literally one of the kids had picked me up and like had me like dunk the basketball like a toddler in like a Nerf group. Like that would have been the only thing that would have been worse. So I'm just like, I guess I have to go along with this, right? Because they're like, Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish. And I'm like, oh fuck, I was gonna do this. So I start dribbling into the lane. And I'm going up, I'm like, I guess I'm just going to do a simple layup, right? Simple layup, whatever. I go in, I do the simple layup. I missed the fucking layup. I missed the layup. And literally nobody on the other team goes for the ball. Right? Because they all just assume that I missed my one opportunity to make my wish come true before it was all over. By the way, my team did not go for the ball either because they think it's fucking hilarious. Right? They're like, dude, you're on your own on this one. So literally, everyone in the crowd is just like really quiet because they're so concerned for me. So some guy just yells out and he goes, he was fouled! And everyone in the crowd just starts chanting, foul, 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 foul. There was no one near me. At all. This phantom foul, like, it never happened. But the ref just like blows it. He's like, fuck it, I'm not getting paid enough. Let's get this over with. So they blow the line, they put me at the free throw line. So now everyone's just cheering me on in the crowd. They're like, cancer, cancer, cancer. And I go up to make the free throw, and I made the free throw, and the place all erupted. They never even finished the game. They literally never even finished the game. He keeps storming out of the benches onto the court, right? Some fucking photographer started taking pictures of me. I was athlete of the week in that local paper. At that point, I had to go along with this entire thing, guys. So guys, if you're ever in Richmond, California, okay, in 1999, I was indeed the Make-A-Wish kid. I don't want anyone to think anything differently. Hey guys, thanks a lot for paying attention. One more time, you want to
Keep going for Michael, everybody! Thank you for filling the Make-A-Wish spot on the show. I really appreciate it. And that is the end of our show, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll do this some more. You can follow us at the